I'm Bowin. I stream at twitch.tv/bowout_OW. I started consistently. I started in February of last year, so it's just before quarantine hit. I've been doing basically daily streams ever since.
How'd you get into Twitch, and what made you eventually decide to be a part of it?
When I was younger, I started playing a game called League of Legends. There are like certain roles you can play in that game. My friends were like, well, if you want to get better at the roles, you should watch people like professionals who do it. So there's a streamer named Dyrus who I watched a lot back then, and that was kind of my foray into getting into Twitch a lot.
How would you describe or categorize your channel?
Before maybe February of this year, I would categorize myself as like a variety channel. Right now, I would consider myself to be a Valorant streamer. I've been doing that basically every day.
Is there anything you want to do more on your channel?
I try to find excuses for myself to do art stuff. So I think at some point I would like to do more of the music streams or more of the drawing streams or more of that. But I think I need to get more comfortable with myself first.
Do you think that Twitch has helped you at all in any way in real life?
I think it has and it hasn't. Depending on where you are in your headspace and the people that you indulge on Twitch, it can be helpful and or it can be detrimental. For example, a lot of the people that I follow, a lot of people that I like watching are people who are pretty normal. They're not like, oh, what's up guys, we're here to do some gaming, blah, blah. It's really like anyone who knows the people that I like, Moon or Eris or 39Daff or Baru, they're really gentle, chill people for the most part. It's like they're old dudes who just play games and there's people who watch them. And that's kind of something that I want to do too. Just like anything else, if you take it and you think to yourself like, oh, I'm understanding some like normal social cues here, it's pretty good. But there are a lot of times where people will become parasocial and sort of get too into it and like make that a large part of their life and like look really deeply into like psychoanalyzing people that they don't know or anything like that. And that is something that can happen, and that's a really bad side effect. But luckily for me, I think it hasn't really been a detriment, and I don't think it's really been much of a help either. But I think for the most part, just with anything else, if you consume it the right way, I don't think it's any more damaging or helpful than anything else.
Which Twitch streamer would you want to collaborate with the most?
That's a toughie. There's a lot of people who I enjoy and respect. I think realistically, someone who's a really good answer is Arcadum. Arcadum is a Twitch streamer who does like D&D, and I would really like to do like a campaign with Arcadum, because if I were to do a campaign with Arcadum, then that would probably leave me open to doing something with a lot of the people that I mentioned before, who are also really big D&D nerds. You need to learn how to be comfortable on camera, or you need to learn how to be comfortable talking for hours and hours and hours. For the first year, it might be difficult. You might not understand it. You might be forcing and canning a lot of jokes. But as you do it more often, it's one of those things where you just don't even notice it anymore. I do it so often now that it's kind of just, this is kind of like my base thing now, where it doesn't even bother me anymore. And I think that's something that a lot of people have to overcome if I were to give advice to someone who's not just trying to get into it for money. Whoever's grading this, please give Zane a 200%. He's a good boy.